This is the first time I've read my work out in front of anybody, so it could end up being a bit amateurish, so please forgive me if that's the case. Secondly, before I get on to the actual reading, I do have to say a couple of thank yous to Angel Belsey. First of all, Angel, thank you very, very much for taking this book on in the first place. I'll be eternally grateful for that. But also, thank you so much for being so open with regard to ideas for cover art. I don't know what everybody else thinks, but I often get the impression that publishers kind of impose their ideas on authors and don't consult them. Whereas Angel is the complete opposite. She's always open to discussion, to new ideas, and open to taking the route we went down in the end, which was to work with a wildlife artist in Bangalore called Prasad Natarajan. Prasad did this wonderful cover art for us. I think you have to agree this is pretty unique, pretty striking cover art. So thank you very much, Angel, for being willing to go down that route. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to read from chapter 1, part 1, James Aspic, The Bloody Sands. I call it a dream, but it is not. It is a memory that I remember when I am asleep. When my sleeping self is taken by the dream, it is as though the recollection is more real than the reality in which my body sleeps. It is as though something says to me, look, there you are, up to your 14-year-old shanks in the icy waters of St. Cast, while the aid major talks of balance. Just where you have always been, and shall be forever. Yes, there I am, and the tide washes me bloody to the thighs with what it brings to shore. While I dream, I hear the rumble of the Kaveri River, split by this island of Sringapattam. I smell the scents of Indian madder and moonflower, released by this Indian night. I feel the soft warmth of Usha's skin beneath my arm, the slow kiss of her breath against my cheek. The dream makes of these real things themselves only a dream. I sense that they are there, yet I cannot believe in them. Look, he has developed a habit, the aid major, in the 30 minutes since the British bomb catchers ceased firing on the shore, since the British fleet gave up the rescue of my stranded comrades. He wades through the Channel waters, searching for an Englishman too wounded to stand. Such as he finds, he pulls back to the shallows, where I kneel, the guard's musket barrel nuzzling my ear. Then he stops before me, holding some broken man-boy by the hair, so that my countrymen must look at me. Allons, he says, wiping wet lips with thumb and finger. And then he pushes steel into the throat of his catch and saws away. He does it slow and observes me all the while, mouth agape and eyes are staring as though I am an exquisite mirror for his cruelty, as though to see my comrade's last agonies reflected in my face makes his pleasure double. The sea's spume laps red. Usha's breath catches. She turns to one side and is all at once tense and quiet, as though listening. Perhaps our child has woken, perhaps he has called out in his sleep, or perhaps Usha feels, through my lockjaw stillness, something of what I lived through in the dream. Her hand rests on my shoulder. I feel it, but I do not believe it. And yet, in the dream I believe, I ask help from the dream I cannot believe. Usha, bring me back. My limbs cannot move. I cannot speak. How many slow deaths does the aid major show me beneath that blue, blue sky? In some dreams it is 5. In some 89. In some it is incalculable. Usha, beware the Sultan's men and the brutality of power. Make not an enemy of that Mohan Lal who cannot die. Keep my secret from those who would harm us, but above all, my dear love, keep safe Karap and our child. Usha. It has come to this, that I ask my wife to protect my son and me. I do not know whether this is part of the dream that is real, or part of the dream that is a memory. I am unmanned in both. But I know this. In the dream that is memory, the aid major speaks to me, and I know what he says, though in those days I had no language but English. He says, "See, boy, the price of desertion, the price of cowardice, the price of running. You have your life, drummer boy, but now, for the rest of that life, you also have this. The blade has caught on something, some sinew that resists, and the aid major pushes and twists until it is released with a jerk. It is a fair exchange, boy, a balanced transaction. Keep your worthless life, but keep too the memory of what you did for your fellow soldiers of the 67th Regiment of Foot. I'll leave it there, thank you.